Raise your horns high and let your spirit flow. It's the classic metal wrap-up show. Feel the rush, let the loudness grow. It's the classic metal wrap-up show.
Three out of their pack. They're another dozen. Another dozen are going to come with us.
So no music stories or none music related. Surprise. More AI music shit. So it's basically, a lot of these AI generated, again, nothing that they haven't done before. So they're kind of beating that dead horse. And then they go into AI and how the movie industry is now over. Hollywood celebrities are over. Let's see. Hollywood celebrities are over.
Are they? And
they predict that, the movie industry is going to tank, period, and nobody's going to watch movies. Barden got blasted by the know-it-all Aiken, when he challenged his remarks and his statements. So that was the extent of the show, man, or the extent of that segment. So that was the paid segment. Can you believe that? That was the paid segment.
Yeah, the paid segment always seems to be the worst fucking segment.
And it was bad. I mean, they dragged that out. But in typical CMS fashion, they now, and this has been a recurrent thing, because I know we've talked about this, where they take the third segment and they do it just long enough so they can stick like a 30-minute block of music, which then segment 4 then becomes one last extended segment, so they don't have to do any more. So we go into segment 4. Clip Clop had some funny and silly stories. Surprise.
Oh, I can't wait to hear these.
Well, guess what population of people it had to do with?
The Swedes?
It was black, plus-sized black women.
What?
Yep. No mention of
that's supposed to be reserved for the segment.
I made a note that not a mention was made about the plus-sized Taylor, however. And Fatso Aiken chimed in and piled on. So that's always funny to watch him pile on obese people, but like he has any room to talk.
These women.
So anyways, and this was an exact quote from Clip Clop. Okay. Clip Clop said that Mexican is not a race. That's an exact quote, dude.
Not a race.
That's like saying black isn't a race.
Right.
I mean, this guy's a real fucking idiot.
Okay, hold on. Wait a minute. So Mexican is not a race, per Wendell Neely.
Mm-hmm.
How did he justify it? What does he fucking think it is then?
He didn't go into it. That he just kind of mentioned that, and I was like, oh, I hope Chris challenges that, but he didn't. He just let it go, because it gets better. They go into the mayor of Baltimore now saying that the United States doesn't deserve black women. Well, that's all it takes for these to wind these fuckers up, right? So this triggered Clip Clop and Aiken, and about a woman that was fired as a mechanic because of her OnlyFans account. So they talked a little bit about this woman that was, that had their own OnlyFans account, but that's also a rehash, because that was something that they brought up, I think, last year. So again,
I kind of want to chime in on that.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, much like what we've seen happening a lot lately with people being held accountable for shit they do on social media, a lot of places, when you get hired in there, you do sign a clause that you can't be involved with certain sites if you're going to work there, which is probably what this comes down for. I'm actually aware of a woman who ended up losing her job because of OnlyFans at one point. So it happens, and it has nothing to do with race. It has everything to do with the clause.
Now, do you think Taylor has an OnlyFans?
Yes.
You do?
I believe she does. It would not surprise me at fucking all. Look at her character.
Okay. Yeah, well, that's true. That's true.
She's And I'm what? Let me calm down here for a second.
He's
Now
gonna
sound
let
like
me
Neely
rephrase
was
that.
enunciating my fucking words. We know that she strings Neely along. I don't know
Right.
how aware Neely is to that or not, but I can tell you that before she got all pissed off at us for being honest and blocked us all, there was a lot of thank you. This guy tagged whoever the fuck put it or whatever name in there for buying me this, or
Right. I
it
remember
was
that.
implied that maybe some gentlemen were paying her rent for her to live in that big luxury apartment. So do I think that, I'll put it this way. Let me rephrase this better. Do I know for a fact that she has one? No. Would it surprise me if she did? Also no.
Right. Yeah.
I'm going to go a step further.
Ooh.
She didn't just block us. Me and her have been shooting content.
Oh,
That's right. There was that video of you two.
Wendell just is not aware because he's not on the interweb, so he was not seeing his brother
That's right.
making sweet love to Taylor
no.
on the couch. On the couch.
Well, you just know, pal. If I ever caught you with your filthy mitts on Taylor, I'd go sleep right on the.
It's a combo. It's a dual combo account. We're both making a little side hustle money. So.
Oh.
Let's be straight. If she was on OnlyFans, wouldn't her hashtag be in the BBW category or something?
Well, that's the thing is, would she be confident enough to show off her body?
Right.
Thick and curvy, we'll say.
Right.
There's no curves.
Yeah.
I've seen full
he's
figures,
right.
I've seen the green video. There's no curves. She's
in the green. I was going to say that the green
this
video.
is going to get a little hypocritical. Yes, we talk about Neely fucking shitting
talking
on women
about
all the fucking time.
Yes.
This isn't shitting on women. This is targeting one person that's a fucking narcissist who's not being honest about themselves, which is a completely separate issue. If somebody is a nice person, I'm not going to fucking say two goddamn words to you. There's no way that in my heart, even though some of you have it made up in your mind that I'm a fucking cocksucker and a prick and all that shit, when it comes down to it, if you're a decent person, I'm not going to be ugly towards you. But whenever you're a fucking narcissist or you're delusional and you like to shit on other people or you like to think that you're up here and everybody else is down here, you're goddamn right I'm going to come flying at you sideways, as Bobby B would say. And from what we can tell, Taylor's pictures on her Facebook page, they were very angled. When Jason Green released his video, which would show what people actually look like, well, she's not, definitely not how she presents herself. Which again, if she wasn't acting a certain way, who cares?
Right.
Well, I would not be surprised if we went to her OnlyFans and found that the number one fan was Sweepy Sweeperson.
Probably
he would be out there,
right.
Well, he's
paying her
the
rent.
one that's shooting the contact. Yeah,
that's probably true.
Broom closet BBWs.
There you go. It's a subgenre. Yes.
He really got her with that fucking plunger handle.
No, Taylor, we mean no disrespect. Go ahead and send me the link to your OnlyFans. It'll be just between us.
Oh, well. So, okay. So they, let's see. Okay. The OnlyFans mechanic. And then they finally ended with some music. Which
was it Dawkins?
Well, there is a Dawkins.
Heaven Comes Down's getting ready to celebrate its 2-year anniversary.
2-year anniversary. No, they did talk about the new Megadeth tune, the Tripping Point, which, I don't know. I mean, have you guys heard Tripping Point, and what do you think?
I've watched the video a couple times.
Yeah, it's okay.
Very classic Megadeth.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're expecting Dave to be doing Dave type stuff, at least in the video wise, right? And then the song, I mean, the back part of the song, the last minute or so, when they go into that other thing, I didn't quite understand if that was necessary, in my opinion. But the first part of the song with the guitars, the first verses, choruses, the guitar solo was pretty ripping. So it wasn't bad. I mean, I've heard worse. I've definitely heard worse in their catalog. So
yeah. Yeah, they didn't seem to be
Yes.
too thrilled by it, and they were kind of like, But again,
Well, would they rather listen to that or
Dawkins.
The World Needs a Hero
oh yeah, that's shit. Or
Yeah.
Risk. Ugh.
or Super Collider? Put Super Collider on, and then put the Turning Point or Tilting, whatever
Yeah,
that song's
right.
called, and then tell
Yeah,
me which
Tripping
one you want to
Point.
hear. You want to hear Super Collider or Tripping Point? You tell me
Right.
which one. I'll take Tripping
Right.
Point myself. But
And then, as if they didn't shit on Tesla enough, they did the Millie and Jeff Keith cover of the Foghat. I Just Want to Make Love to You, which that's kind of weird to me too. It's like, why would you do a duet with another guy with that particular song? Man,
Wait,
isn't that kind of
That
weird
was
to you?
weird.
what?
Yeah, they actually did put that out. It's kind of weird.
And it's Mike from Steelheart.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. And it's
There-
Billy Yanko.
yeah.
I'm a
Yeah.
big Tesla fan, but it does seem kind of like
It's
over the
weird.
last
Sing that with a guy?
5 or 10 years,
Yeah,
like Jeff
with
Keith's
another
become
guy.
more and more
it's just kinda weird.
androgynous.
Now I could see it if they paired either of those two guys up with like a female singer, right? Wouldn't that make
Yeah,
more
Like a
because-
sense?
Lee Aaron or
Like
a
somebody
Alicia
with
Ford or
with somebody with a
somebody.
gritty voice, but it's
Or
just kind of
Doro.
weird to me. Yeah.
Well, like I said, maybe Jeff Keith is with his androgynous look he's been going for more. Like more and more, he looks like an old lady on stage. Maybe
Hey,
he's
it looks like my
maybe he's
fucking ex-mother-in-law.
maybe he's playing the lady role in this song. Yeah, that does seem like a weird combo. It doesn't surprise me though. I mean, you guys know Tesla has done a lot of those classic rock covers, the whole reel-to-reel thing, and
Yeah, but they weren't singing with
routinely.
duets.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. Well, but again, I mean, why? And then Mike from Steelheart seems like an odd pick if you're gonna. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
You're gonna look into each other's eyes with the microphone and do
Yeah.
it and sing together.
Yeah.
Billy Yanko.
It seemed like I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy, but maybe like if you're gonna do a duet with another guy in a band, do it with Joe Elliott because Tesla and Def Leppard toured so many times.
Right.
There's like this history. I don't know what the history is. There a big history
Or-
between Steelheart?
Or
No.
just don't do it at all.
Yeah, that would be just stick
Why
to going to
does
play
it
shows
need to
with
be a
Tesla.
duet?
I thought it was weird. I think if you're doing a duet, you do it with a fucking chick. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's been like those songs when the fake 3 Tremors, the B Tremors as I called them, or the C Tremors. Remember when Ripper and those guys were doing songs where it was, but that was like the 3 of them showing that they could sing together different songs or
Right.
whatever. It wasn't duets; they weren't looking into each other's eyes.
We
singing
want to
about
listen
love.
to a minute of
Wait,
this song?
wait. Because now you guys forced me to have to do the announcement. I'm not sure if you guys are aware of this, but Dawkins is putting out another EP, and there's going to be a cover of "Endless Love" on there with Wendell and Donna.
Well, listen to this, though, you guys. You can see the screen, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
No slave.
Can you hear this?
I don't want to work all day. I don't need your money. I don't need your money. Said I don't. I said I don't. Said I don't need your money. I just want to make love to you.
Now, that's two guys
Well, wait,
singing
wait,
to
wait,
each
wait.
other.
Yeah, that's weird. And for a second there, I had to look at the floor. I thought I stepped on one of the cat's tails. That's
Fuck.
fucking awful.
Yeah,
Even
well-
and obviously with age, I get that, but even Milianko is starting to lose.
Yeah.
a little bit.
Yeah.
there.
I mean, he doesn't have that range anymore.
no,
Or at
and
least
it's
on this
scary.
song, he's not using it.
No.
But let's listen to a little bit more.
Well, I don't want you cook my bread. I don't want you make my bed. I don't want you to be true. Well, I just want to make love to you. Yeah. I don't want you to be a slave. I don't want you to work all day. I don't want you to set a mood. I just wanna make love to you, yeah.
Wow.
So are they
mean-
wanting to make love to each other? Or is
That's
one of
what
them
it
a
sounds
cuck
like
that's
to
gonna
me.
watch?
I'm like, what an awful fucking idea. Oof.
Is this a Cleopatra?
No, well, I don't know what it is. I think who's
I'm
putting
just,
this out?
I'm just wondering whose
Trying to look
idea
at
was
the
this.
Oh, it's Steelheart Records, so it sounds
Steel,
like it's a
that's,
Steelheart.
same
it's,
different.
it's a Steelheart idea.
Yeah, I mean, it's just not.
Well,
Ugh. Yeah.
well, maybe it was more like Steelheart doing something, trying to reach up and get Jeff to help give a little oomph to the song and make it,
Okay.
that's
Right.
what I'm thinking. But
Mm-hmm.
yes,
Well,
if I
then,
was Jeff,
Millie's
I
the
might have put my
questionable
foot down and said I'm not making love to Mike and Steelheart. So
Yeah, I mean, it's just kind of a weird thing. You would think you would pair either of those two guys up with a woman, right?
yeah, or pick a
Did he
different
sing-
song.
Or just do it as a solo artist or something.
Yeah.
I don't know, but ugh. So
All right.
So
So
that
that was the show. That was the
well, that was
big-
them, and then they ended
Oh,
with
gotcha.
they let's see, they ended with NYC is that band that I guess it features Tommy Bolin that was in Warlock, Stet Howland who was in Wasp and Metal Church, and then Steve Unger who was in
Oh,
Metal
Steve
Church,
Unger.
and also in Garden of Eden with our buddy Crenshaw. So,
Yeah.
but that's another awful tune. I mean, it's just not very
It's another
fucking
awful.
awful. Yeah. So, and then that was the show basically. Well, no, they mentioned Black Swan, which also again, it's kind of a weird tune because it almost sounds like Bark at the Moon. When I first heard it, it sounded like Bark at the Moon. So let me pull it up and see if we can listen to it. Because it really did. And that's Reb Beach, Robin McCauley,
Jeff Pilson.
Jeff Pilson, and Mike Starr, the drummer. Mike
Starr,
Starr.
the drummer.
But it does sound like Bark at the Moon. I mean, even those two idiots figured that one out.
You know what the weirdest thing about it is? That's almost more Dokken than Dokken.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. So let me pull this up here in a minute. And the riff, I mean, totally sounds like fucking Bark at the Moon to me, but let's see here. All right. So here we go. Oh. All right. I mean, it's not a bad song, but I mean, again,
Just derivative.
their time has kind of come and gone for bands of that era.
When it all began, you and I, we both were sinners, waiting for the sun, hoping we could find forgiveness. All that we become, no more than an empty promise. Now it's come and gone. I swear to you, as God's my witness, you won't find a place where you won't suffer forever. You will be a prisoner, your child and now or never. I'm the fire and the flame.
I mean, it's decent.
Well,
I mean,
Yeah,
Let's-
just change the opening riff. I'm with you. If it just
Yeah.
didn't give me if they just
Let's-
didn't have that opening,
mm-hmm.
yeah.
Let's
mean-
acknowledge this.
Yeah.
We just talked about Milienko and Jeff Keith there, and then we move on to Rob McCauley. He's lost nothing
Right.
on his voice.
Right.
Well,
Yeah.
as we were also saying in our private chat group, as I was watching Corey Glover on Kimmel, you're thinking,
Oh,
well,
yeah.
another guy who hasn't lost any of his vocal range. He's a little bit heavier, but still getting around on the stage, being mobile, performing, and hitting the notes and singing the songs the way Living Color should sound.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how he could do it for 40 years without these issues, but Don's over here whispering to me night after night. Yeah, there you go. That's probably the answer, Andrew. You're correct. It's called
Well-
Cigarettes and Booze, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, we gotta listen to "Built to Destroy" just so you guys get
Okay.
the feel for what that shit band sounds like. And Chris mentioned something about Steve Unger being out of Metal Church, which is true. That's something that he hasn't put out there. But they will announce a new bass player because I guess Metal Church's continuing on, so that'll be interesting. And it's not going to be with Mark Lopes, the singer. So I'm curious as to who the singer's going to be.
Are you telling me that Kurt watched our episode and took our advice and found the new front man to carry
I
the
don't know.
torch?
I mean, it is kind of funny though that it's not going to be Mark Lopes going forward. Again, I think that record would have been good with another singer. I just don't think he was the guy.
It's the right fit, yeah.
But let's listen to "Built to Destroy" and you guys tell me what you think. There's nothing happening here for me anyway.
We lost your mic there, Rube.
Yeah.
It's kind of pedestrian, isn't it? It doesn't do anything.
No, it sounds like somebody trying to record a song that sounds like a cross between Gene Simmons and Accept, and I'm going to probably forget about it in about an hour or two.
But I think they did bring up yet another. I'll give them credit again. They said that kind of sounds like Mandy Lion. I don't know if you guys have ever listened to World War III, and it does have that kind of vocal. I think it would have been better. I mean, musically, it's okay, right? It's heavy. It's.
I was going to say the vocal's the weakest part.
Yeah.
The vocal is.
I mean, if they had a singer, so it's kind of like, why go with a trio when you have a capable guitar player that doesn't have a singing voice? You get a singer, and then you insert them in this, and it'd probably make this better.
Sounds like the guy sat in Tracy Guns' bathroom and recorded the vocals on the shitter. That's what it sounded like to me.
It's just not great. I mean, I don't know. I mean, we can check
play
out
Heavy as Hell. Yeah, let's hear
let's
this other
listen to
one.
the other one.
Heavy, is that about Taylor?
It's about Chris. Again, it's the vocals, right? I mean, again, it's probably the vocals that kill this song, huh?
Probably. It's also kind of like an Anvil quality band.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
chorus was kind of, I
Yeah.
don't know. Yeah, it's a little.
Yeah. Well, anyway, that closed out the fucking CMS. You know, they finally did bring up something music related. I mean, aside from the pop shit and the Michael Jackson story, but you know, they get into the heavier stuff with Megadeth, and then the Foghat cover, and then you know, with these guys, NYC. But yeah, man, I mean, that show's really devolved into just a bunch of drivel.
Well, because they're afraid to answer the fucking phone now.
Yeah, that was the thing that kept the show going.
Yeah, and that started before us, ladies and gentlemen, because think about how long it's been since you heard a Eric Braverman, a Bob Leather, even a TJ James calling in. I mean, it's been a long time, and it was before even us chiming in. There was just not a whole lot going on. Chris has made it very clear he wants it to be a him and Neely only show. And when you get him and Neely only, this is what you get. You get 2 or 3 hours of just fucking horse shit that has nothing to do with music, mostly racial women hate talk outside of their fucking stories of their lives. And then at the end of the show, they give you a little sliver of some kind of music thing that's usually not even the classic or the metal you were sitting around waiting to hear. So I think a lot of these
Unless you
people
did something with Dawn, then you're going to
Yeah.
get the music
Right.
talk,
You
but
get
it's
the
not
doctor
anything you
talk.
want to hear about.
But don't you also think that a lot of these people, like in the chat room especially, they're strictly tuning in and participating because they submitted a song and they're hoping to
Yeah.
hear their song
They're
played?
hoping
I mean,
their
that's
song-
pretty much what it's down
Yeah.
to, right?
Right.
Let's bring that up.
Oh yeah, go
They
for it.
want something to be pissed off about. I'll fucking give you a reason to self-reflect. Let's be honest. This isn't an attack, but it is honest. In the age of YouTube and Spotify and Apple Music and whatever have you, there is no reason to put in a song request and pay money to be at the top of the line on any fucking show ever, because you can hear whatever you want right when you want to hear it. The only
Right.
reason you would do that is to maybe get your name said on this show so that you could go, "That's me! That's me!"
Yeah.
And it feeds that narcissism.
Right. Which would be
Just
what?
like,
Shelly
when you don't have
Rocks.
nothing to do on a Saturday night, you sit on a
Right.
fucking chat room to talk to your friends, because you can't just message people on the
Right.
any other
Or
time.
you're in bed at Switzerland at 2 a.m. your time listening Neely talk racial talk on the. See, like, why? Why would you be doing that? I don't understand.
I don't get it.
Weird. And then she's saying in the chat room, "I'm fighting to stay awake," and I'm
Right.
like, "No shit, I'm not even in Switzerland, bitch. I'm on
Who
fucking
is this,
Oregon time,
Demon?
and I'm ready to go to bed. It's 10 o'clock."
Demon, right?
No, Stacy or Shelly. She's always saying she's in Switzerland.
Shelly's in Switzerland.
Oh.
That's what she claims all the time in the chat room. I don't
What
know
if
that's
she's
to be true
really
or
in
not.
like fucking Rhode Island? You know?
Probably.
I thought she
I-
had
I-
like a English or European look to her myself, but the dental. But
What,
I don't know.
bad teeth?
Maybe I'm wrong.
The bad
Uh-oh.
teeth. I'm still baffled. Like Barden made an appearance only to get fucking reprimanded by Chris. He needs to come to us. We'll give him an hour and he can vent and talk Roth and hate on Hagar all he wants. I mean, he needs to come to us.
I believe offers have been extended. I even believe intermediaries have tried to make offers, but I think they've
I'll
received
put
no
it-
reply.
No.
And Jackal did reply, but said hell no. So there you go.
Yeah.
Hell no, I ain't gonna betray Neely.
Oh,
You want to
well,
fuck with me, pal? I was a Marine.
yeah.
Well, and he didn't like my condition, which was that we all wear pilgrim hats during the interview. He didn't want to do that either. So,
And he has to wear his sailor hat.
yeah, there you go. Yes,
That
yes.
he
his
can
Navy-
get
his
on
Navy-
here and debate skisk.
Yeah. He was so annoyed he stopped answering Jason too. He just stopped. And
Did he
was
really?
actually he was in routine contact with Jason, but I think the last one where it was the picture and I had inserted him in there. Which one was that for? Remember, I put him as a sailor in there as the extra guy, and I think
Yeah.
that one didn't.
We'll put it this way,
Now-
because I kind of think here's a problem too. I think a lot of them take all of this way, 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 way too seriously.
Right.
Like, for
Agreed.
instance, Jim, we're guys. We all bust each other's fucking balls. We're all supposed to roll with the punches.
Right.
I don't think there's a single person on this screen right now that actually has anything towards you or actually hates you or anything like that. I mean,
Well,
it's ball busting. And I don't understand why they all take it so fucking seriously.
Right.
or why it was okay for Neely and Chris to shoot shots at
to
all those
do
other
that-
shows for so long, and then we come along and say, let's have a little
And-
fun.
and
They're
now
like,
it's a
no,
problem.
no.
And Chris and Neely took shots at I'll remind them all again, a 14-year-old kid doing a fucking show on Blog Talk Radio. They were in their 40s at the time, picking on a 14-year-old kid.
Or picking on hairband Jennifer, or one of these
Right.
people who are
Who's
just clearly
clearly
like, you know,
Even
and just
look,
doing their own, even whatever they are, they're doing their own
really
thing in their
has
own lane.
something
Yeah.
going on.
Right.
And then they
It's
come along,
low-hanging fruit.
they come across guys who will actually give them, like someone
We're
recently
back.
said in a message to me that said, "You're intellectually, your show is over their head, and they wouldn't be able to keep up with
Yeah,
you three,
right.
and therefore they would be overwhelmed with the fucking shit that was getting tossed at them, and they wouldn't keep up."
We should do
So-
like a CMS versus CMS Wrap Up Show debate live.
We
on
should,
their
and I would
show.
love to get my clipboard and put
Yeah.
on my my doctor glasses and have an actual mental health debate with life coach Neely there.
Well,
Winning
again,
with
the-
Neely.
Yeah, the door that we've left the door open, Neely. You can come on at any time. It doesn't even have to be about us or you, or they could just be Dawkins versus Dawkins, album versus
Mhm.
album, or some
Maybe-
other topic.
maybe
you wanna
I
bring
could-
up.
Actually, maybe this could turn into something, and I could actually help Neely become better. Maybe I could break through to him for a second and reach the core here, which is, Wendell, at some point you're just going to have to break through all the bullshit and just admit that she fucking hurt you.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, Wendell, you're going to want to promote your book, and when you want to promote your book, you're going to
Oh,
want
yeah.
to get some people.
I'll
lined
do
up
that on
to-
my own show. I don't need you.
So maybe we'll slip in somebody on your interview list, and all of a sudden you'll
Right.
think it's
Oh,
Bob Bailey, and all of a sudden Evil's on the other camera going, "Hey."
Do you think he would do it if he was already logged in, or do you think he would click off immediately?
Oh, it'd be worth. I
I think he would turn it off immediately.
Yeah, I'd
He sees
turn
one
it
of
off.
us. He's like, "I'm
Yeah.
out. I'm not doing
Yeah.
this."
like we can pretend we're like somebody from some website in abroad.
Yeah. So, anyways, well, next weekend I'll take the punishment and log in and watch this fucking snooze fest on Saturday night, and
Yeah.
let you go see a couple of real bands, and
We'll see a couple of real bands that aren't done drunken, and
yes, yeah.
who knows? I might run into some of the National Guardsmen parading
Yeah.
up and down the streets of Portland, Oregon, and keeping the
Yeah.
peace. But yeah, it's fucking
Throw people on
wild.
carts.
I think I'll do
yeah.
a compilation of all the pictures. I'll do pictures from the previous show and
Yeah.
pictures from
Do
this
some-
show, and I don't know. We'll see what happens. But yeah,
A and B.
Portland is a mess.
Yeah, I was gonna say, when you're there, just look up at the sky where you see the Blackhawks. You'll know that there's a problem above,
Yeah, no
and they're
shit.
kind of
Oh my
circling below for a reason. So
God.
clearly, Portland, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, has devolved into a complete fucking shit show. And
Yeah.
I don't care if it's Kotek or Trump or whose side you're on. The fucking numbnuts on the streets got to go, because it's just affecting regular old people. I ain't even got to deal with ICE or the fucking. There's like
Right.
mom and dads trying to
Right.
get to the grocery store and back. You can't fucking do it because all
Right.
these shitheads are out here throwing shit everywhere and acting like idiots. So it's the state we live in. So evil can only hope that one day we create the 51st state, the state of Jefferson, ladies and gentlemen. That's what we need. Southern Oregon and Eastern
Yeah.
Oregon to kind of just secede off to their own thing, because we really don't have anything to do with the rest of the stuff going on up north.
There was a guy, I saw it in the news. There was a guy, well, I'm assuming it's a guy, could have been a woman, with blue hair and a nose ring.
Are you trying
Um,
to misgender people, Ruben?
No, I'm just saying it. Well, it could have been a guy too with blue hair and a nose ring, but they were wearing a dinosaur suit, and the ICE agents sprayed him in the back. And I'm like, why are they spraying him in the back? Well, that's where the air hole was. So they sprayed mace in the ass so it would go into the suit.
and just stay in there.
And
You
I
just
was
keep
like, oh my
sucking it
God.
in.
I was like, that was a bad idea. I mean, it's just like,
Ah.
why? Again, I get that people are passionate about things, but I wish they would like stay off, kind of like what you're saying, protest somewhere else peacefully, stay out of, other people's way who are minding their business and just going about their everyday life, and do it that way. But oh well.
Yeah, again, if your protest is against Donald Trump and the federal bureaucracy, you need to march your ass to DC
Right.
and go where they're at, because they're
Mhm.
not those guys at the ice facility are just like McDonald's employees at the drive-through, bro. They're taking
Right.
orders from a thing way
Right.
above. They got no
Or
decision in any of this.
or vote.
Yeah.
Yes.
But
Or go to your
anyway,
yeah.
acknowledge that outside of a saying something verbally and holding the sign, that's really all that is protected with protesting. When you deviate, I don't care what side you're on.
Mm-hmm.
When you deviate and all the other stuff, it's not really a protest anymore now, is it?
I'm just going to be honest. My take on this is they're just sore losers. They lost. Whether they like it or not. I mean, when Biden won, I thought that was shitty too, but I didn't go march on every corner, clogging up streets. Go get the sleepy diaper guy out of the office. They're not going along. No, dude, let's wait my turn until the next election. You vote somebody else in or whatever, right? I mean, so it just seems like they're sore losers, man. They can't handle it. And what's happening to me is you guys have at least 3 more years of this.
Yeah.
This is not, you're not, this
Yeah.
is not, if you think what you're doing now is bettering the situation, you're a fucking fool. And what you're doing is laying the groundwork for the guy in the house up there in Washington to do more of this to you guys because you keep acting a fool. So any intelligent person would say this is going to get me nowhere but arrested and beaten and pepper sprayed. So let me vote.
That's the
Let
thing.
me contact my senator and congressman. Let me get a hold of. Let me go to Washington D.C. and talk to these people face to face and find a lobbyist or a cause that's actually going to do something. But staying on the street corner, throwing Molotov cocktails, getting hosed down by the thing, beaten over the head. We saw a picture of a video of a guy being carted on the lunch cart.
Right.
Because he won't walk, dude. What are you
That's
doing?
the thing that I'm saying is, why would you want to do more than just the sign and all that? Because you're only setting yourself up to get fucked up.
Fail. Yeah. It's just not. And it's not for the rest of us who are in the middle. We're looking at you going, you're stupid, dude. This is not, we get the message, but the message was sent a long time ago. So you haven't changed nothing. And I tell you what it is. They don't want to go to DC because that would happen even worse with what they've been doing in DC. There's more troops there on the streets, right? So yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's just ridiculous. But for me and Ruben, who don't even live in that city, it makes our whole state look like this is how it is. Let me tell you, 95% of Oregon is not like that at all in any way, shape, or form. So
if it makes you guys feel any better, thankfully I didn't grow up here because of what I'm about to tell you. But we're like at the bottom of the barrel in education. I think we're like 50th. I think we're dead last. So if that makes you feel better.
Yeah. Well, either way, the point I'm trying to make is that it just seems like a lot of people I reach out to, oh, you're in Oregon. Well, that must be. I'm like, well, I'm like 300 plus miles away from that. So no, I have no bearing on us down here in the woods at all. We don't see, there might be some people at our city hall once in a while with some signs, anti-Trump, pro-Trump, whatever might be going on. They pick their days of the weekend to go have their little rallies, but it doesn't clog up our intersections. There's no, my neighborhood has nothing to do with any of that. So I don't see these people around. So I go back to it. When you put a lot of people in confined cities and large buildings, they get this kind of like beehive mind thing going on, and it grows into this kind of stuff. And then when you got a police department who clearly seems to be like, well, there's no problem here. We don't care that people are blowing things up or burning things or vandalizing or looting. It's just, it just creates a fucking shitstorm, dude. So. And Portland's weird anyway. Ruben knows there's shit everywhere. There's needles everywhere. There's vandalism everywhere. I don't care what they say. It's one of the dirtier cities I've ever been to.
Here's an exact quote as I was leaving the Crypta show a couple weekends ago. There was a younger woman, probably mid-20s, and her mid-20s aged boyfriend walking down 6th Avenue, and she says, "We're going the wrong way." And he goes, uh yeah, he goes, "We probably are, because I was trying to take a right at the graffiti." So they got lost because his sense of direction was based on, graffiti
signs.
on the corner of the building. So yeah, what a fucking mess.
I know. He got all scrambled up. He wasn't supposed
Yeah.
to take a right at the graffiti. He
Yeah.
was supposed to take
They
a
were
left
going
at
the wrong way.
sidewalk.
And I was like, motherfucker, he's right. I mean,
He was supposed to go 2 more blocks till he
Yeah.
saw the human shit on the corner by
Yeah.
the planter
that is not a joke. That is not a joke that you actually have to watch where you're stepping, because you don't know what you're going to step in, and some of that could be human shit, because I've actually dodged a few of those. It's fucking
Which
fun.
has
why is
God
that?
knows how many fucking diseases in it on top of being shit.
And this is now I've never been to some East Coast cities, so I can't speak, but on the West Coast cities, LA, San Francisco, Portland, Seattle, San Diego, I've seen all this in the same places. And honestly, it's not quite like this in Vegas. I don't know why that is, but in those cities, you can't even use a shitter anywhere. I don't care where it is. Even most of the restaurants or bars, you're in there buying something to eat. Can I use your bathroom? Oh, it's out of order. We don't have a bathroom. They like automatically shut you out. So what happens is, even if you're a legitimate person, your access to a restroom in the city now becomes limited. So you're running around looking for a place to fucking use your facilities. Imagine being the homeless guy or the economically deprived guy or whatever. You have zero place to go. This is how it ends up on the fucking curb. So for all those people that are saying, well, Tina Kotek's doing such a great job, well, then how come she can't clean up the shit on the fucking side? How come there's not some city-funded porta potties in every single fucking corner for these people to go to the bathroom in, and then get some city attendants out there to clean up with it? You want these people out here. Clearly, that's what you want to do. Then put the money behind your mouth and clean the shit up. But they don't do that. They just leave it everywhere. So I don't know. And then, like I said, I go to Vegas, and these are casinos and all that stuff. Maybe that's why they want to lure you in, so you'll spend some money on some shekels on some stuff. But they let you use the bathroom, no problem. They don't care if you got no shoes, 10 shoes, 5 shoes, whatever. You're coming in here, use the bathroom. Weird. I don't understand. And you think they would have more to lose? Those bathrooms are much nicer than a McDonald's bathroom. Yeah. But whatever. So because that same happened to me in San Francisco. I took my kid there one time, and I realized that these people literally have bathrooms. They're just not letting us use them, even though we're buying stuff, even though we're customers. So there's a problem there. That's why I don't want to live in the big city, ladies and gentlemen. I'm out here in the sticks in the woods where I can use my own shitter and not have to worry about these things. I walk down my street. There's the only shit you might find is dog shit, because people walk their dogs in these neighborhoods. So all right, boys. Well, unless you guys have any other music news or anything to discuss, or anything.
No, I think we should entertain the idea of doing. I think it came up that we were talking about doing something Neil Schon, and maybe we ought to do like a rate the albums type thing. Whether we somebody who brought up the Hagar album that he did. Yeah. We could do that. We could do Bad English. We could do Hardline. We could do Soul Circus. That's 4. I don't know if he's done any other projects. I think those are the only 4 he's done outside of Journey, other than Santana, obviously.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. I mean, or we could do head-to-head Bad English versus Hardline. I think would be good. Because they're they're kind of within that era, and I mean it's melodic rock.
It's like 3 years apart.
Yeah, I mean
one was like 90, the other one was 92.
Right, like the debut album of both those bands were pretty solid.
Right, which was like self-titled for Bad English and Double Eclipse for Hardline.
Yeah, I mean good stuff on both those records.
Yeah,
I mean we can do that. So I don't know. But other than that, no, not a whole lot. Other than
who would be our
what they do next weekend.
Who do you think could be our Neil Schon expert though? Who's someone that's a mega Journey or a mega Schon fan? That's what I'm trying to think of.
Well, I'm trying to think of that too. There might be somebody that we could probably round up that's been in a Journey tribute band.
Oh yeah, that would.
I mean, that would definitely be somebody that's well versed in Neil's work.
Yeah, and what do you guys think? I'm trying to find the ex. Oh, here it is. So Neil said he has had zero dialogue with Steve Perry. I reached out, but never heard anything back.
Right.
Are we
Yeah.
surprised, Neil?
No.
Are you still
No.
reaching out? Does this have? Do you think Neil like every 3 months it just sends a text over? Hey, Stevie Pooh, it's me, Neil. Wondering
Probably.
if we could-"
Don't you think that's similar to like Hagar sending shit to texts to probably Ed before he passed? You know, it seems
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Sammy probably did in fact reach out to him, but I think Steve is probably similar to Ed, where he's pretty stubborn and he's like, I'm done with the guy. You know?
Pretty much what I'm thinking.
You
And
know?
I think even the way that the last thing with Valerie and Steve
Mhm.
Smith went down, and then Perry kind of got roped into that
Right.
thing again. And I'm just saying, man, it's so messy. And if you're Steve Perry, I would, even if I was to take the call
Mhm.
from Neil Sean, my first sentence to him would be, "You're not running the show,
Right.
right? This is going to be a Democratic band, so we're going to have the classic lineup of dudes on their instruments, right?"
Right.
And when Neil goes, "I'm not. I don't want to. I know Steve and Ross. No, no, no." Then that just no. Then we're not doing this. We're not. We're
Right.
not joining the Neil Sean band or Hardline,
Right.
Hard Journey, whatever you
But
want
you
to
know
call
that
it.
fucking Hardline, I almost, man, that was a good band.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I'm not knocking that. I'm just saying
Yeah.
for Perry, that's not
Sure.
that doesn't none of that involved
Oh,
him
yeah.
in any way. So
Right.
he's
Right.
going to look at this. If you're trying to get Steve Perry back, then you would
Mhm.
have to be in good graces with the other two guys, which is Smith and Valerie, because that's the
Right.
classic rhythm section. And you got to have Kane.
Mhm.
And so if you can't get all these pieces together, there's no reason for Perry to
There's
answer the
no-
phone.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So,
agree.
so
Yeah.
you're
Now-
basically
Here's the thing. Castronovo was in Bad English and Hardline
Right.
as well, wasn't it?
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Yep.
then that means that the current journey is three.
Yeah.
that's my point. It's
Three parts,
hard journey
Bad
or
English.
journey
Yeah.
line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and then
Right.
they have because they have
'Cause
the
Todd
bass
was the
player
bass player.
Todd Jensen, who's
Yep.
both Dean and Todd are from Oregon. So I think
Mhm.
Dean's from Salem area, and actually Todd Jensen's like our fucking realtor. So, I mean, he was already off, well off, so I think he's just doing this as a kind of like some pre-retirement, maybe. You know what I mean?
He's having a good time.
Yeah. What the fuck?
The sad,
And,
the sad thing is that even if they got Steve Perry in there, I mean, I know it would sell because it's Steve Perry, but
Yeah. The voice is
It's-
gone.
they'd
he
have to
sounds like
retune all
Herbert
the
from fucking
songs.
Family Guy.
Yeah.
They'd have to detune the songs and change the arrangements a bit and do it much
And
more
then-
like Steve Perry's been doing things. And that's although there is there would
hate it.
still be. I
Mhm.
agree, and I would not. That would kind of yeah.
Because I hate that this is that guy now. I hate
Yeah.
that he's lying beside you.
Yeah.
It's like Herbert.
sure. And then the only thing that's going to get them though, and you guys know this, is there would be a whole slew of like 65 to 45 old milk cow moos coming in to see that guy
It'd be like
sing
what
because
happened with
they-
the
yeah,
Eagles,
so,
dude.
yeah,
They'd be raking it in.
breaking it in, even though it's going to be slower, down
Yeah.
tune, not quite.
Yeah.
But I don't know. At this point in time, I guess in my mind, I do have to say, if I'm Steve Perry or any of those guys, what else is there to do if Arnell
Christmas albums.
or I guess if
You
you're
Duets
just
with Willie
EPs?
Nelson.
Do an Easter
Or if-
EP?
or if you're Neil and you need the fucking nut in order to pay for the old lady's lifestyle, you're going to just keep on trotting out there playing the same 12, 15 hits night after night, hoping that Arnell stays on board, because if Arnell leaves, you're really fucked. So,
Yeah, because for some reason they can't get Dean to fucking sing lead, even though he's better.
I think it's a aesthetic thing. No one really wants a guy behind the kit singing the songs. They want to see a front man singing
Bring
the
him up
songs
front.
running around the front of the stage. Well,
I know he
that's
won't
not
come up
Dean's-
front
he's
'cause
not
they've
Dean.
already-
Wait, is this a Bob Leather reference to Kelly from Night Ranger? Which then connects to
yes.
what's his face?
Mr.
And
Brad
then-
Gillis.
And then earlier there was a Black Swan connection because there's Reb Beach, another Bob Leather connection.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and then Bob disappeared, ladies and gentlemen, from the Facebook. He's gone. Yeah,
He's off
who's-
Zuckerberg might have got him.
we think he got zapped because
Exactly.
he's
Possibly.
He's completely gone.
Yeah.
so I think what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to
Reach out to his
DM.
brother.
Yeah, I
His
have to
brother?
email or DM Tommy Crash because that account probably didn't
Tommy
get
Crash
didn't
has a
get
new
messaged.
album out, I think. So we ought to get Tommy Crash on here.
Well, we're trying to work these things out. But it's very complicated, as you guys saw in the messages. They don't get along. Bob thinks that Tommy should be the cum stain on his mom's underwear, so he doesn't think that Tommy should have ever existed, and thinks that him being in Brittany Fox is homo. So that just tells you everything you need to know. And so what's weird about Bob is, then I said, hey, you're going on about Reb. Maybe I'll archive some of these Reb for the next segment. And he was like, no, you don't need to archive these. And I'm like, well, why not? You're the one posting all this shit talking about Reb Beach. What does it matter? So
Do you
I think Bob's bipolar.
Do you think
That's what I think.
he watched that clip and he's like, I'm going to delete my account?
No, because
No?
it was because they also deleted, like Andrew said, I lost about 4 or 5 friends. And when I looked on my friends list, one of the ones that was taken off was Jerry Dixon's fake daughter, Stephanie.
She's
in
gone.
Spain. She's gone.
Okay.
So I think they purged some accounts on
they
Facebook.
swept
They
some
swept
accounts.
through and
Being
said,
honest
these
with their
motherfuckers
identity.
they're not legit. They're not
not real.
real. They're not even close to being
God
real.
damn it.
look at-
And I was
and then
looking.
someone-
Weren't
Yeah,
we
and
looking
then-
forward to get Jerry Dixon's fake daughter? God damn it.
I messaged her 3 times
Yeah.
and she read them, but she never answered. So I don't. And I said we were just going to interview you about your history with your dad, and she didn't want to go there. So makes you wonder.
I was,
But
wouldn't it
I
have been
think
nice to ask her about her uncle Robert Mason?
yes, and I thought she would have Uncle Eric Turner. She might have some stories
Right.
about Uncle Eric.
Yeah.
Uncle
But,
Joey Allen.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So maybe she could even tell us, because again, I'm looking for people that particularly can verify my
You could
claims.
tell her
of,
that you interviewed her Uncle Jamie St. James.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, again, though, I want someone. I want someone who saw Janie during those period where it was the weekend at Bernie's. I call it
Yeah.
phase, because he was literally, at the time I saw him at that club, he was almost propped up. Not only, I mean, the stage, he was propped up with the microphone stand that he was hanging on to for balance. But afterwards at the merch booth, he was literally.
You mean like Janie Lane 0.35 BAC?
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. And so I want to hear. I want to say, so there has to be people who had this experience as well, where the guy was so far gone, it was like, what happened to him?
Yeah.
But no one ever really wants to review that period of his life. They're like, look, the cherry pie guy, and I'm like,
Well,
what?
did you
The
see
guy,
what's his face, the bald fuck, the hair metal guru had like Bobby
He's
Brown
awful.
for like an hour and a half. or
Yeah, I
something.
saw that. I haven't watched it yet, but I saw that on. I can't handle a lot of the guru. The guru.
Yeah.
He's awful. He
Yeah.
is fucking awful. No offense, dude. I just can't
Yeah.
sit there and videos.
He blows his load in one thing. Like, he brags about having these 3 or 4 hour interviews, but I'm like, okay, well, now you can never have them back because you covered everything, or
And-
didn't cover everything.
It's almost too much, man.
Mhm.
It's just like you're just
Yeah.
he doesn't get that. He clearly,
He's the Bob Nalbandian of
the
YouTube.
podcast world. Yeah, he's wanting to make the documentary
Yeah.
films here. They want you to invest your life into watching his shit. But yeah, no, that's I can't get Stephanie Dixon now. She's gone. I think, and then Bob, he was posting all that smut, and I kept thinking
Right.
in my mind, if you keep posting the guys
Yeah.
doing what they're doing to each other,
Right.
someone's
He's gonna
eventually
get
going to
zapped.
delete you off this
But-
thing, dude. There's no
and
way
he's
Facebook's
gone.
leaving that.
Oh.
So yeah,
Well, maybe
so,
we could
'cause
get Tommy Crash then. I mean, that'd be good to
yeah,
get his
well, I'll have
brother.
to, or at least have him reach out to, like we did before, and say, hey, is Bob still alive? Is he
Yeah.
okay? So.
Yeah.
Because there was a good dialogue going there. I was starting to get some good threads on Reb Beach. I thought we might have a Reb Beach segment coming up here, but then boom, he was gone. So, and I thought it was me. I thought maybe he doesn't want to talk to Evil, and I looked at it through the CMS Wrap Up Show, and it was gone. I went through my personal, it was gone. I said, Andrew, check and make sure you can. And he said, nope, Bob's gone, dude.
He's
So-
gone. And I even searched it in the bar, like when you go and block messages, and you can
Yeah.
see if somebody had blocked you. I typed the name in there, and it didn't come up at all. So he
No,
didn't block
that's-
us. He's gone.
Yeah, they took him. Yeah. So, well, that's what we get for being on Fuckbook. So,
Yeah.
yeah. But
As
we'll
as
see how it
Aiken would
goes.
say.
Yep. But next week we'll come back at you with Evil's thoughts on the CMS for Saturday night, the torture I must go
Ooh.
through,
Ooh.
and
Fuck.
we'll see if any other news. Really, the news hasn't been that exciting in my
No.
been pretty much mundane stuff. So we'll see if
But-
anything pops up. But we will be able to hear about Ruben's show with that he
Right.
saw the night previous. So by the next time you get that, so yeah.
Well,
And I will return
Ooh.
in 3 weeks
the ghoul talk.
for a Halloween special.
Oh,
So we got some ghouly tales coming on, and then we're going to be having some unsolved mysteries of the CMS coming at you
Ooh.
soon, ladies and gentlemen. So
that'll be good.
buckle up. And then because we've been having so much going on, I still have Jim from Emissary to get back to, and we still need to finally just pick a day and say, Eric Braverman, you're going to come on here and unload your satanic thoughts
Grievances.
about Chris.
Well,
Aiken.
we ought to get him for like I don't know, more of the holiday season.
Yeah,
Okay.
Christmas, man.
Yeah,
right.
Christmas, because he does have like the what is it?
That's
The-
true. Yeah, the Last Supper.
The Last Supper is his thing,
Which
right?
I guess would be more of an Easter thing, but who wants
Yeah.
to wait that?
Well,
Well, it's
but
still
he-
realistic. We're still
Yeah.
worshiping Jesus and stuff.
Yeah. Boy, I'm just thinking.
I
of-
always thought, I
Bob-
just thought, yeah. Could you imagine though in your mind what would a Tom Araya show up to Eric Braverman's Last Supper music? It just seems
Well,
like
I
such
know
an odd
he
pairing.
probably wouldn't try to sell him a pinball machine.
No.
Oh.
But would he
Yeah,
say
that
God?
would
Would
be
he
weird.
sing God? Would he sing God hates us all
Yeah.
at full volume while he's
I
standing?
think
in
he'd
front
Or
of
on
switch
the
the lyrics.
Antichrist.
It'd be God loves us all.
Yes,
you
maybe,
Yeah.
yeah. So, which would piss Carrie off. He'd be all.
And
like,
instead of I am the Antichrist, it would just be I am Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
I actually recently saw a funny thing. It's just a short clip on one of those shorts on YouTube with Kerry King where he was talking about his brief time in Megadeth. And he said he
Oh,
couldn't understand how anyone could be in Megadeth for more than 5 minutes.
Yeah.
He said dealing with Dave Mustaine is like dealing with two different people, and you
Mhm.
never ever know what you're going to get when you walk in the room. Which is
Yeah.
so
Maybe
weird.
that Sweating Bullets video was a little bit on the nose then.
Mhm.
Yeah. Hello, me.
The real me.
Aw.
All right,
All
y'all.
right.
We're gonna wrap this thing up. As you see, we're gonna all through the month of October. Evil's gonna bring you the Halloween spirit because this is what, other than Christmas, this is my favorite holiday. So
There you
I'm
go.
gonna enjoy it all the way through every weekend. So
And we'll have
maybe
to-
instead of Monster Menu, we'll pick some other rando Halloween treats from some other place, and I'll bring them on and we'll sample them. So
Right.
what we can say is the Burger King, ladies and gentlemen, it's just like Burger King. It's just nuggets and
They
mozzarella
just
sticks.
spruce it up visually
Well.
for you.
Yeah.
Dang.
All right. Well, I'm going to go back and enjoy my Burger King with Jason Greenbaum. We'll catch you guys later.
All right.
Bye, kids.
Bye, kids.
Raise your horns high, let your spirit flow. It's the classic metal wrap-up show. Feel the rush, let the loudness grow.